Avon Calling.
Hello my loves, I'm Miss MonMon. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be cleaning out a 50-year-old jar of Avon face cream. Now Avon is a household name. You probably all know what Avon is. It is a multi-level marketing beauty company. It's been around since 1886. Wow. It was founded by David McConnell in 1886, where he initially went door to door to sell books. In September of 1886, he decided to sell perfumes rather than books, and the idea really took off. And eventually he gave many jobs to women to go around and create an income for themselves selling beauty products. Of course, Avon is still around today, and I know you can shop on their website, even though they are not available in some countries, Australia included. So about a year ago, I was out vintage shopping and I came across this jar. Side note, she is clean now. I have already recorded this, but the new microphone I'm trying to learn picked up nothing. So we're doing it again. So just pretend it is old and gross. Roll that old footage. This is a jar of Avon Skin Silk Day Cream. And according to my research, I think it came out in 1972, although I have seen listings for it listed as 1960. So I don't really know exactly when it came out, but I know it's around 50 years old. Now, the Skin Silk face cream is no longer available, and I don't think that there's a substitute. There is something called Skin So Soft, so that might be the closest dupe in the modern world. But as far as I know, this is now discontinued, no longer available, and I'm sure if it was available, it wouldn't come in such a pretty little jar. The original tub with the cream inside it cost me about $5, so I thought I would just breathe some new life into it and maybe use it for storage of another cream or either something like a beauty product. I'm not quite sure. Let me know what you think I should store in it now that it's clean. I'm going to roll the footage that I already recorded. The sound and my voice is not going to match, so I'm just going to talk you through what sort of happened, because there's a lot of lovely moments, you know. Yeah. So here I am trying to open this jar of 50-year-old cream, and it is definitely not easy. I ended up having to get a bit of help opening it, but out it popped. Smelling this cream, it smelled old. It smelled really, really old. It did have a hint of rose to it. It just reminded me of the retirement villages I used to volunteer at. Definitely that old lady cream smell with a hint of florals in the background. Looking at the cream itself, it does seem to have a bit of a grainy consistency. It is definitely not smooth, so there's that. I will also not be putting this cream on my face or even my skin because it's 50 years old. Cosmetics expire and I have enough problems trying to control my skin problems. I'm not going to add expired cream to the list. So what the plan is, I'm going to empty the contents of this face cream into this bowl and dispose of that. We are then going to wash this jar in this warm soapy water, including the lid. I have a whole bunch of old toothbrushes and some Q-tips and cotton pads, which we're going to scrub the jar and the lid. I also have some alcohol, which I will be disinfecting everything with. Let's get started. Oh, there's like, oh wow, okay. So that is the cover. It's got the word Avon on it. Oh, that looks really gross. Okay, let's zoom in on that. That is what the top of the jar looks like, and it looks like the cream has gotten into that plastic, so that might be interesting to clean out. Okay, so she is emptied out. I'm just going to run to the sink and give that a good old rinse. Okay, so she is back from being rinsed and she came up quite nice. So let's start giving her a scrub. Okay, wow, that actually cleaned up a lot easier than I thought it would. So I'm going to put that aside before I boil it. Let's start on the lid. Oh wow, okay. That is scrubbing up really well. That is pretty gross, but oh so satisfying. Wow, look at that! It's so shiny! That is so shiny, look at that! Look at the difference! It's amazing how cleaning makes things clean. So now we got the outside clean, let's dive in to the rim. I want to take this off because there is definitely stuff behind it and I don't want that. So we're just going to pick it off. So that is what was inside the lid and that's the underside of that and it's paper. So I don't really want that. That's been soaking in old face cream, any new product, so that's getting thrown out. So I am going to now give these a rinse under some clean water. This is going to get boiled for 5 minutes, so we'll be back when all that is done.
5 minutes later.
So this is the glass jar after it's been boiled for 5 minutes. Surprisingly, the sticker stayed on. The jar is still pretty warm. I didn't boil the lid, but I did give it a really good rinse. Disinfection time. I have what is probably 99% alcohol. I use this for disinfection of all sorts of weird and wonderful things around the house. Putting that on a cotton pad and now just giving it one last rub. I can be a bit of a germaphobe, so that's probably why I'm going over the top with the boiling and the alcohol. But it'll just make me feel better, especially if I want to put a cream in here. Now that she is clean, there is no smell of cream anywhere, except the blob that fell on the carpet. I can smell that. Yay, fun. If you are also in love with vintage cosmetics, I really hope this video sort of gave you an insight on how to go about cleaning such an object. I do have a bit more information on my blog, so feel free to check that out. You can find the link in the description box below. That is all I have time for you guys today. Hi Brian. Thank you so much for joining me. I've loved having you here. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. It's just vintage glamour and tomfoolery. I've really been enjoying doing a little bit of filming. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Bye Brian. So I would love to have you along for that. I will see you guys all next week, but until then, be kind, be true, be you, and I'll see you then. Bye. Can you imagine if I just couldn't open it and that was the end of the video? Eat your Weet-Bix, kids.